1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Probably not. It'd be the night to go rob something.
1, 2. Did you hear me? Nope. I don't really either. See. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two. There's a power. There's no power up to no cable. That's a 12 power cable. I'm on here for. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going back to Old Faithful. Okay. I got you now. Oh, jeez. All right, let's get this out of here. All right. We got that there. We'll scoot that over there, out of his way. All right. Here we go, boys and girls. I will find out where the Sam Hill that is, where it needs to be, but it wasn't where it was supposed to be. But, oh well, here we go. Here we go, bud. Pin checker. Yeah, you got another pin.
It's time for Vienna Eagle basketball right here on WIBH Net 3. This Vienna Eagle basketball broadcast is brought to you in part by Southern Trust Bank, Goddard Auto Body, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Russ Kruger, Golson Financial Services, Trevelyan Brothers Construction, Lawrence Bean Insurance Agency, Bailey Monument Company, Rusty's Home Centers, H&R Block of Anna, Trevelyan Farms, Vienna Automotive Center, and Fowler Heating and Cooling. Let's head out to the gym for Vienna Eagle basketball. Here's the voice of the Eagles, Ron Ellis.
And good evening, everybody, from Davenport Gymnasium in Harrisburg, Illinois. I'm Ron Ellis alongside Jamie Curley. And Mr. Curley, what a game we have here, and what an atmosphere we have here tonight in Davenport Gymnasium.
Absolutely. You guys can't see behind us, but the fans right now are probably 2-1.
Easy
2-1 right now over Carterville. So
okay, so now you're sitting center court. You're watching the game. What is the difference between watching the game, leading up to this, and playing in the game? I've been dying to ask you that question all day. I want you to know.
Heads up. In that regional championship game, it's probably more stressful coaching it. That won a regional as a coach and a player, sitting here spectating, just color with you, way more stressful right here than it is on the floor or on the bench. Just because you and I cannot control the outcome of this game. All we can do is say what we see. So
what's funny was I've had a lot of people come up behind me here, and since we've been in here, and want to know, are you nervous? Not about the game. I'm just nervous to get everything hooked up, that we could get it going, that it would run operational the way I want it to, because it's live, baby. This ain't Memorex. You don't get a do-over.
That's right.
But I want to thank everybody that's listening I've had a lot of texts today. I'd like to say hi to Jerry Hawkins down in Texas. I know he's going to be watching the game tonight. And we have people from all over the place. And I normally don't do this, but grab a pencil and a piece of paper, because in a few minutes, folks, I'm going to give you my cell number. And if you have a cell phone that can text, just tell us where you're at, and we'll say hi to you as we get an opportunity during the course of the game. But some of the things going into tonight's game, obviously it's a regional championship game. And what's really amazing is when you look at the two records of these two basketball teams here tonight is amazing. Vienna 29-3. We've lost to two teams, Massac County and Heron. Carterville is a 25-6 record, and there is no other regional anywhere in the southern half of the state that has, in a regional championship, that has two teams that have the victories that we have between us here tonight. Carterville, in their 6 losses, they lost to Murfreesboro, which beat Benton. They're in the championship game against Massac County tonight. They beat Benton 3 times this year. Carterville lost to Murfreesboro 60-53. They lost to O'Fallon, which is a 4A school, 52-46 in the Edwardsville shootout. They've lost to Heron, which is state-ranked, a 3A school, 64-54, and a huge rivalry, 6 miles between those two schools. They lost to Vienna in the quarterfinals of the El Dorado tournament by 9, 63-54. They lost to Goreville, 64-62. They lost to Massac County, 58-41. And they were 8-0 in the Mississippi division of the River to River Conference. We were 12-0 in the Black Diamond West Conference. They have scored 1,909 points. That's averaging 62 points a game. Their opponents, they've only given up 48 points a game. 1,486 points is what they have given up. The Vienna Eagles, we come into this game here tonight, and we have scored 2,475 points. We're almost a little over 500 points more we've scored in 31 games. Both teams have played 31 games. We played 32 now. They played 31. We're averaging 77 points a game, which is the highest in all of Southern Illinois. We've given up 1,644. We're giving up 51 points a game,
which is really good for high school basketball.
This basketball team for Vienna has smashed the three-point record for most field goals. We've hit 228 three-pointers. Our opponents have only hit 133 three-pointers during the year. So, you know, it's really going to be, we talk about this all the time, but Jamie, if there was ever a style of contrast, Carterville does not want to run the game, run up and down the floor with Vienna.
No, they really don't. And Ron, what's more impressive than who Carterville is lost to is who Carterville has beaten. Carterville has beaten Pinckneyville and Nashville each twice this season, and you're talking about perennial powerhouses that are still in postseason play right now, at least.
Well, Nashville's out.
Nashville's out. Pinckneyville's playing tonight against.
They got upset by Breeze Mater Dei.
That's right. So Pinckneyville's playing against Columbia tonight, I think.
Yes.
And I think Mr. Hill's on that game, so he'll be checking in with us at halftime. He's supposed to send us a text update on their score at half, and but who Carterville has beaten, I think, is a whole lot more impressive than who they've lost to, because those two schools and that conference is the toughest basketball conference in Southern Illinois by far.
And they are the 2 seed, even though we beat them at El Dorado. They're the 2 seed, we're the 3 seed. The only difference that makes is we're wearing our away uniforms, they're wearing their home uniforms, and being we're on a neutral floor, it's which side of the floor you're sitting on. That's it. That's the only difference. The main thing, as far as I'm concerned, is it got us away from Massac County in the regional, and it got us away from Benton. Benton is a horrendous place to play because their scorekeeper never knows how to turn the clock on or off.
I've been to Benton.
It's an interesting situation. Some other things that are interesting. Carterville has a 5-game winning streak. They're their last 12 games. Their last loss was to Massac County, 58-41. The Eagles, we're on a 10-0 winning streak. We've won 18 of the last 19 games. Our last loss was to Massac County. And so we have something in common with them there.
And I'll say the first time we lost to Massac County at home early in the season, it was nip and tuck. We went down, they went and hit a 3. We come down, shoot an early quick shot. They go down, hit a 3, and it went from a 1-2 possession game to a 4 possession game like that, and the game was over. When we played the second time, we did not play the style of basketball we've been playing here lately. We did not pressure them man-to-man full court. We sat back in the zone. We let them pick us apart in the middle, and Isaac Hossman is arguably one of the best point guards in Southern Illinois, along with Owen Treat. So I feel like if we had played them again and played the style of ball that we played from the Goreville game forward with the man-to-man defense, then it would have been a totally different ball game, even at Massac County.
Well, the interesting thing is you never show all your cookies whenever you're doing the regular season, and this is a regional championship game. What's interesting is that nothing builds except the pressure and the importance as we continue to go. If we're blessed enough to win this game tonight, next week we'll actually experience the true March Madness.
Absolutely.
Because the winner of this game plays the winner of the Breeze Central Breeze Mater Day game, and that'll be March 1st, Wednesday of next week. So what's interesting, when I was doing my homework for this, and I told Coach Dreer this just a little bit ago, that this game right here, the regional championship, is what the first round of the sectional used to be.
Yeah.
So we're one of 64 teams going into tonight's basketball action. Every game in the state of Illinois, 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A are all playing at 7 o'clock. And when this night's over with, we will go in 2A from 64 teams to 32 teams.
Yep.
And some very class people that we have the opportunity to be with. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back in 2 minutes, and we'll have the more for pregame from Davenport Gymnasium after these commercial messages.
Life changes, then it changes again. That's why when it comes to your financial goals, the Edward Jones philosophy is you can't predict the unexpected, but you can prepare. Challenges such as job loss, change in health, or loss of a loved one could disrupt your family's financial security. Edward Jones financial advisor Russ Kruger can help you prepare for life's ups and downs. Call 618-658-2222 to get your plan in place. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Rusty's Home Center in Anna, Vienna, and Goreville wishes all the teams in Union and Johnson counties good luck this basketball season. It's nice to see you back on the hardwood. Speaking of hardwood, go to Rusty's for all of your lumber needs for new construction or home repair. Or if you need new doors, new windows, a new roof, or you want a new kitchen, they can do it all at Rusty's Home Center in Anna, Vienna, and Goreville. Call Rusty's in Anna at 618-833-2101, in Vienna at 618-658-3761, or in Goreville at 618-995-5068. We'll all leave a legacy of memories behind, and your wishes are of the utmost concern. Whether you choose traditional burial, cremation, or mausoleum entombment, let Bailey Monument Company in Vienna assist you with the design of a custom memorial. Since 2012, they have provided a full line of cemetery monuments, markers, mausoleums, cremation memorials, and pet memorials. Bailey Monument Company, 618-658-2311, a proud sponsor of Vienna Eagles and Lady Eagles basketball.
our national anthem. We're back here at Davenport Gymnasium getting ready for the start of tonight's game. I'm Ron Ellis, Jamie Curley alongside. Jamie, Vienna has 6 regional titles in their pocket. This team trying to become the 7th team to win a regional title. The last one was in 2006-2007 with Rick Metcalf being the head coach, and that team finished 24-7. And some very interesting territory we're in here tonight.
Yep, absolutely.
Enjoy this time of the basketball season. The first cases of boys March Madness.
I'm not going to try to talk over the PA announcer here.
No. Schools in the early 1900s. Nobody does it any better. Enjoy tonight's portion of March Madness. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the 29-3 Vienna.
You want something to write on? You want something to write on?
At guard, a 6'2", junior number 22, Owen Tree. At guard, a 6'1", senior number 23, Caden Vaughn. At forward, a 6'5", senior number 2, Charlie King. At forward, a 6'3", junior number 4, Tommy Holubner. And at the other forward, a 6'2", junior number 10, Dayton Nichols. The Eagles are coached by Stephen Dreer, assisted by Roger Webb, Chris Watson, Ross Hill, and Dawson Hill.
All right. So we got Charlie King, Tommy Holhubner, Dayton Nichols, Owen Treat, Caden Vaughn. Charlie's a 6'5 senior, forward, number 2, Tommy Holhubner, a 6'3 junior, a forward, number 4, Dayton Nichols, a 6'2 junior, a forward, number 10, Owen Treat, a 6'2 junior, he's a guard, number 22, and number 23, Caden Vaughn, a 5'9 senior, the other guard. Caden wasn't at 100% the other night when we were playing, and sort of like Mike didn't have the flu, but definitely was under the weather, and hopefully he'll do all that's away, and we don't have to worry about that tonight.
Absolutely. At guard, a 5'7", senior number 4, Peyton Biddle. At guard, a 6'1", senior number 12, Blake Berkey. At guard, a 6-foot, senior number 21, Caden Hawkins. At forward, a 6'3", junior number 25, Braden Wicke. And at the other forward, a 6'5", senior number 40, Cade Lustenberger. The Lions are coached by Shane Hawkins, assisted by Lynn Alexander, Reed Basso, Nathan Bettle, Quinn Lear, Kevin Tony, and Carlos Kane.
And we are just about ready for action. Robbie Reeder, Ted Knapp, and I can't think of the other. John Green. John Green. John Green.
Mr. Rob Reeder and Mr. John.
What'd you do with it? You had it. What'd you do with it?
Oh no, you steal it?
He lost his pen. I gave him a pen.
I think you stole my pen, Ron.
I didn't. No, I only have one.
That's all right. Jeannie Houseright hooked me up.
That's all right.
So, Ron, we got 226 people watching this game, and we've got 5 times the fans from Vienna here than what we had the other night. So, I'm not sure where everybody's watching from, but I'm glad we got a good crowd here tonight.
Vienna going to go from your right to left as you face your TV, listening device, computer, iPhone, whatever you've got. Caden Vaughn comes into this game averaging 20 points a game, and Peyton Biddle is 11 points a game, and Cade Lustenberger is averaging 12. The tip is controlled by the Lions into the front court with the basketball. Man-to-man pressure by the Eagles. On the left side to Biddle. Biddle brings it around the top on the right side over to Barkey. and to Lustenberger in the paint, kicks it back out on the top to Biddle. Biddle goes to the left, brings it out on top, and a very deliberate offense by the Carterville Lions on the right side to Biddle. If we can get the lead, that would do well. Lustenberger into the paint, back out on top to Biddle. Back over to Lustenberger. He goes into the paint, kicks it down deep on the low block and up and in by Braden Wakey. And that wasn't who I was told was going to start. Into the front court, Treat to King. 7:12 to go in the first quarter. Vaughn has it. Man-to-man pressure by both teams. They both like that man-to-man. Treat for three from the corner. Way off the mark. In. And we're tied at 2. Our first tie of the game. Quickly into the front court. A three by Biddle. 5-2 Lions. Vaughn brings the ball into the front court over to King. 6:45 to go in the first quarter. King, right side over to Vaughn. Vaughn looks inside. They dump it down to Treat. Treat out on top to Vaughn. He launches the three. Off the front of the mark. No good. Biddle with it. Over to Hawkins. Hawkins wants to run. Stops. Doesn't shoot it. Now he will. Three. Too strong. Rebound by Nichols. Over to Vaughn. And into the front court. Hullhumner goes right side. He's cut off by Lustenberger. Kicks up the dribble. Gets it over to Vaughn. Vaughn sets it up. Left side over to King. King drives to the hole. Puts it off the glass. Charlie King cuts it to 5-4. Hawkins guarded it by Vaughn. Brings it into the front court. For 1-3. Again. He will kill you if you leave him that wide open. Biddle's got a very good three-point shot. 5:55 to go in the first quarter. They get it into Treat. Treat into the left corner to Hullhumner for three. Way off the mark. Lustenberger with the rebound. He controls it, gets it over to Hawkins. Hawkins looking to run. Motions traffic, gets it down. Kick on the steal. Over to Nichols. Out on top to King for a long three. The rim, no good. Rebound pulled out there by Berkey. Berkey gets it over to Hawkins with 5:28 to go here in the first. Hawkins walks it across the half line, 8-4. Lions. Lustenberger goes left side over to Biddle. Another three. Rim in. 11-4. Biddle with 3 threes into the front court to Vaughn. Out on top to Hullhumner, left side to Treat. Treat, top of the key. Takes it into the paint, kicks it right side to Vaughn. Back out to Treat to the wing. His three. 11-7. 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Hawkins brings it into the front court. Vienna's in a zone. Out on top, right side over to Hawkins. Hawkins launches way off the mark. Rebound coming out there to Vaughn. Vaughn lets everyone clear to King. King brings it across the half line. Top of the key, left side over to Treat. Treat, skip pass, right side to Vaughn into the right corner. Into the Hullhumner. Quick three. 11-10. It's 11 threes in Harrisburg. 4:23 to go here in the first. Big crowd here tonight. Biddle out on top to Lustenberger. Lustenberger into the paint, to the hole, finger roll, good, 13-10. We've had one tie. Other than that, Carterville's led the entire way into the front court to Treat. Treat goes right side, kicks it out on top to King. King, crossover dribble, left side over to Vaughn. His three, rims up, no good, rebound by Wakey. Wakey gets it over to Hawkins. Hawkins with 3:53 to go, brings it into the front court. Gets directions from his dad. Now he's directing traffic. Vienna back in a man-to-man. Hawkins comes to the right side. Now he gets it to Biddle. Another three, off the mark. Rebound by King. King over to Vaughn. Vaughn to Treat. Treat into the front court. Slows it up, top of the key. He takes it inside, cut off, takes it again over Hawkins. Shot up, no good. Nichols can't handle it, goes out of bounds off of him. 3:25 to go, 13-10 Lions.
And Ron, the first couple possessions by Carterville look very reminiscent of Pinckneyville for some reason.
You think? Their coach was a 2,000-point scorer from Pinckneyville.
Yeah. And I've watched that state tournament game probably a dozen times.
Lustenberger with the ball out on top with it. He gets it over to Hawkins. His three, rims out of there. Hullhumner with the rebound. Gets it to Treat. Vienna can tie with a three. Treat over to Hullhumner. Steps up, three-pointer. 13. Game. 2:55 to go here in the first quarter. Hawkins directed traffic again. His coach wants somebody to do something, but whatever they're doing, they're not doing it the way he wants it. Lestenberger gives Nichols a bump with the underneath and to Wakey. Beautiful inside kick to the hole, and Wakey gives Carterville the lead back at 15-13. Vaughn into the front court to Treat. Treat, 15-footer, left side over to Hallhumner. Takes a dribble, back to Treat. To King. King tried to get it down underneath. Turnover, goes against Vienna. Down to Biddle, reverse layup, way off the mark. Looked like Wakey got away with one. King with the rebound, over to Treat. Treat into the front court, stops, three! No good. Rebound, fought for, coming out of Carterville. Into the front court, Hawkins goes coast to coast. Hallhumner with the block. 2:05 to go here in the first quarter, 15-13 Lions. Biddle with 3 threes here in the first quarter. Hallhumner's Vienna's leading scorer with 8. Oh, we got a shoe problem. The shoe come untied. I wondered what was happening. All right, Carterville inbounding the ball into their own goal. They get it into Wakey. 3 for Lestenberger, got it. 18-13 as Lestenberger hits his first 3 of the game. Treat out on top with the ball, steps back, Hallhumner. 3 again. Boom! 18-16. 1:44 to go in the first. Hawkins into the paint, elevates, little floater. No, comes out there with it. To Treat. Nichols. Nichols lays it up. 18-18. We're tied. 1:34 to go here in the first quarter. Nichols can give Vienna their first lead of the night.
Great court vision there by Owen, as always.
Sorry, folks, if I'm blowing your doors off, but it's a game. 18-18.
And Caden Vaughn rebounds with the best of them.
Way off the mark. Man, he barely drew iron. 18-18. Hawkins brings it across the half line. 1:25 to go in the first. Lestenberger out on top with the ball. Down to Wakey. Bounces it. Away by Vaughn. That's the third turnover on the Lions. Into the front court. Treat. Over to King. Treat. 1-3. Shot. No good. Wakey with the board. Over to Hawkins. Hawkins into the front court. Stop and go dribble into the paint. Back over to Wakey. Out on top to Lestenberger for 3. The ball. Rebound. King. King over to Treat. 1 minute to go in the first. Into the front court. Nichols. His 15-footers. Lead, 20-18, our first lead of the night for the Eagles. 45 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Left side over to Berkey. His 3, mark, long rebound comes up to Wakey. Lestenberger walks, no call. He walks again, no call, and we're tied at 20.
Lestenberger.
Our fourth tie of the game into the front court. Nichols picks it up with 28 seconds to go out to Hallhumner. Vienna wants one shot. Down to King on the left side, into the paint. King blocked, and the first foul on the Lions. Or no, this will be the second foul on the Lions. I forgot, we're the guest. That's on Hawkins, his first. And 1 on Lestenberger. I'll help keep track of that. Charlie King can give Vienna the lead again. He goes to the free throw line. He's shooting over 70% from the line for the year. 20.9 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and the first free throw is good. 21-20.
Shooting one more. Checking in for the Lions, number 30, Adam Vanderzell.
Adam Vanderzell, he's the normal starter. He's a 6'2 senior, but for some reason, Braden Wakey started tonight. I have no idea why. Second free throw, no off the mark. Doggone it. We're 1 for 3. That ain't very good. We'll have to improve on that as the game progresses. Hawkins, they want one shot. 10 seconds to go. Hawkins with Treat on him. Out by center court. 5 seconds. Over to Lustenberger. Into the corner. Through. They can't. Lustenberger won the mark. Off the back. And that's how the first quarter comes to a close. 21-20. Eagles. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Vienna Automotive Center is much more than just tires, brakes, and oil changes. They can also work on your exhaust systems, engine and transmission replacements, digital vehicle inspections, transmission and coolant flushes, and brake system flushes. And talk to them about their induction cleaning service, a great way to improve your vehicle's performance and gas mileage. Vienna Automotive Center, 35 Industrial Drive, Vienna. Call 618-658-1112 for an appointment. Proud sponsor of Vienna Eagles and Lady Eagles basketball.
Life packs plenty of surprises. You never know what waits around the next corner, but you can prepare for it. Ask your local Pekin insurance agent about an affordable term or whole life insurance policy. You'll worry less, enjoy your time more, and have a plan for the unexpected. Request a free life insurance quote at PekinInsurance.com and start protecting your future today. In Vienna, contact Chester Lawrence at Lawrence & Bean Insurance Agency at 618-658-9121, and they'll go beyond the expected for you.
And we're back here at Davenport Gymnasium. It'll be Vienna basketball. Jamie, you got some totals real quick, bud?
Yeah, we had got exciting there for a minute. We had Charlie had 2, Tommy had 11, and I think Owen had 3, and that's pretty much it.
Buddy Clay's in there, and Vienna turns the ball over. That's our 3rd turnover. 3 turnovers on both ways. Long 3, Berkey, short. Rebound pulled out of there by Lustenberger, up and in. And they have the lead back at 22-21 into the front court. We got Cato's in there. Buddy Clay, Cato into Treat. Left corner to Hullhumner. Hullhumner out on top over to Treat. He comes to the left side, working against Berkey. Crossover dribble, top of the key. Maintains the dribble, Treat does. Still working against Berkey. 5-second counts on, over to Vaughn. Vaughn top of the key to Cato. Cato into the paint, 15-footer off the back of the rim. Cato with the rebound, up and roll. 23-22. Vienna back on top. Cato gets his first basket, our 3rd lead change of the game. Into the front court. Hawkins brings it across the half line over to Lustenberger. Back to Hawkins. Touch pass to Lustenberger. Left side over to Berkey. Berkey out on top to Lustenberger. And Vienna's in a zone again. Berkey, ball's knocked loose. Ball's loose on the ground. Down for it. It's still loose on the ground. Lustenberger comes out there with it. Lustenberger, left corner over to Berkey. His 3. 24-23. Berkey hits the 3. And Constante with the basket. We're tied at 25-25. Out on top. Lustenberger has it. Left ball knocked out. Hawkins, and it was turnover number 4 on the Lions. Are you cheating? You can see it backwards. Hey, that's cool. I was looking down when Constante got the basket. Vaughn brings it into the front court, working against Biddle. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Treat has it. Treat dumps it into Clay. Great. Gives the Eagles the lead at 27-25. Our 5th lead change of the game. Skip pass right side to Biddle. Out on top to Lustenberger. Back to Biddle. Biddle head and shoulder fake. Drives the baseline. Kicks it out to Hawkins. 3-pointer off the back of the rim. Off the front of the rim. Lustenberger with the rebound, and Buddy Clay will get the foul, I bet. No, Tommy Hullhumner. Number 4 is half right. Buddy's 44. Lustenberger to the free throw line. He'll get 2. Vienna with a 2-point lead. First free throw is good.
Lustenberger at the line, shooting 1 more.
That is their first free throw tonight. Vienna's just 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Second free throw is also good. And we're tied again at 27. 6 ties, 5 lead changes, and Vaughn brings it into the front court. 5:30 to go in the second quarter. Cato has it on the right wing. Cato brings it around to the top of the key into the paint. Tried to get his man up in the air. Clay out on top to Vaughn. Vaughn to Hullhubner. Hullhubner from the right elbow. Picks up the dribble. Throws it away. We're going to get a foul. Oh my God. They're calling Buddy Clay with the foul.
Yeah.
That'll be his first.
Eagle number 44, Buddy.
Team second.
Personal foul. Team number 2.
5:17 to go here in quarter number 2.
And Ron, after Tommy Hullhubner hit those 3 threes, Coach made a change and put his son face guarding Tommy. So they're trying not to let Tommy get loose.
Long three, in and out. Vaughn with another board. Gets it over to Treat. Treat into the front court. Right side over to Hullhubner. Hullhubner steps inside. They working around the horn to Treat. Treat with Vanderzilli on him. Three-pointer. The rebound. Gives the Eagles a lead. 27. They're 29-27. And Vienna amazingly has not pressed this game. Into the front court. Hawkins with the basketball. Out on top. Over to Lustenberger. Lustenberger working against Cato. Turns, spins, shot up. And we're going to get a foul on Cato. Lustenberger will go back to the free throw line for 2.
Constante, his first personal foul. Team number 3.
Ron Carterville is just being methodical with their offense. They're setting perfect screens, not turning the ball over, not making dangerous passes.
For the Eagles, number 2, Charlie King.
They're 3 for 3. Charlie King and Dayton Nichols comes back in for Hullhubner and Vaughn. Lustenberger hit his first. He's 3 of 3 here tonight with 4:26 to go here in the first half. Vienna with a 1-point lead. Lustenberger can fix that with a made free throw. Second is good. He's averaging 12 points a game. Into the front court to Treat. Dangerous pass.
Well, he's already broke that. He's at 13 right now.
Out on top to King. King to Cato. Cato goes left side, stop and go dribble. Back to Nichols. On top to Treat. Wide open three. Off the front of the rim. Rebound. Fought for, and we're going to get a foul. This will go against Cato, I'm sure.
Eagle number 20, Marquedo Constante, his second personal foul.
Owen shot that last one from Muddy.
Hawkins brings the ball into the front court for the Lions. We're tied at 29. Lustenberger out on top with Nichols on him. He's given up about a foot. Lustenberger into the paint, walks. 5th turnover. That's his 3rd walk, first one that was called.
I agree.
Hey, not only can I keep stats, I can rep too. I just don't get paid for that one. I don't get paid for this one either. King drives to the right, backs it up, working against Hawkins, out on top to Nichols. They tried to force it into Treat. Buddy Clay comes up with it, and he walks. He walked because he got pushed from behind. Buddy gets no love on the floor. 3-3-3. We've hit a lull in this game. It was lights out both ways, and we've had 4 possessions now each way with no scoring other than free throws. Biddle with the ball. Directed traffic out on top. Picks up the dribble. Gets it over to Lustenberger. Into the paint. Turns, spins, works it. Loose. Lustenberger gets it back. Then working around the horn over to Biddle. Biddle to Berkey. Berkey slips into the paint. Ball's knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds off of Carterville. Their 6th turnover of the game. Vienna still with 4.
You like to talk about that deflection stat. That was a great. Owen had the deflection there, and it led to a turnover.
Berkey has Treat. Treat into the front court. Goes on the right side. Ball knocked away from him. Right to King. Down to Clay. Clay turns, spins, fade away. Shot up, no good. Fight for it. It's loose on the ground, and Berkey comes out there with it. Berkey gets it over to Lustenberger to Hawkins. 2:45 to go in the first half. 29-29. Hawkins for 3 off the back of the rim. Nichols with the rebound. Nichols Gets it over to Cato. Cato brings it into the front court to Treat. Treat. Long three. Off the back of the rim. Vaughn,
Buddy with the great rebound right there.
Cato on the baseline. Shot. King is and he's in the line for two, and this will go against Biddle. This will be Biddle's first on the Lions.
His first personal foul, team number 3.
That's a great rebound by Buddy. He just puts himself in a position to get to the ball.
Oh, and just a little bit tight. They need to get to the hole and get that.
I think he needs to shoot some free throws. If he can get to the rack and get to the free throw line, I think he'll loosen up a little bit.
Charlie gives us the lead back at 30 to 29.
Checking in for the Eagles, number 23,
Caden Vaughn comes back in.
Checking in for the Lions, number 25.
We've still got
Owen takes a break.
We've still got Tommy on the bench.
Charlie's second free throw. Takes a breath. One extra dribble. And it's good. Vienna back up 31-29.
Charlie's 3 of 4 now from the line.
Into the front court. Caden Hawkins averaging 20 points a game over to Lestenberger. Lestenberger loses it. And they're going to say it. Charlie Vaughn knocked it out. Oh, they're going to call Charlie Vaughn with a foul? Or Charlie Vaughn. Caden Vaughn.
Oh, Eagle number 20, Marquito Constante.
Oh, that's his third. Wow.
I think Coach will get Holmner back in here, you would think.
Vaughn. They get it in over to Wakey. Out on top to Lestenberger. Lestenberger, little floater in the paint, too strong. Lestenberger gets it back, up and in. We're tied at 31. Our 7th tie of the game. Cato quickly into the front court. He launches a three. Boom! 34-31. Vienna with the biggest lead of the game at 3. 1:53 to go in the first half. Hawkins into the front court over to Berkey. Berkey into the paint. Little floater, too strong. King with the rebound. King gets it out to Vaughn. Vaughn to run. Vaughn on the right side. Picks up the dribble. Out on top to King. King looks inside. Vaughn, right corner, three, way short. Buddy Clay tips it, and it goes out of bounds off of Buddy Clay. I thought maybe Hawkins might have reached for it, but he did, but he didn't grab a hold of it. He's a very smart basketball player. He really is. Him and Treat are very intelligent on the floor. Hawkins, fade away. Got it. 34-33. Eagles with a point lead. Vaughn into the front court with 1:15 to go in the first half. Vaughn out on top to Nichols. Right side to King. King into the paint. Stops. Forces the shot. Short. Clay with the rebound. Puts it up. No good. It's knocked out of bounds. Oh, no. That should have been knocked out of bounds by Braden Wakey. But Vienna did not get the call with 1:03 to go. Wakey was behind and knocked it out of bounds. Coach Dreer's talking to him, but he puts his hands out like, really? What? Hawkins brings it into the front court, 54 seconds to go here in the first half. Hawkins down deep, takes it to the hole, puts it up and in. 35-34. Carterville back in front. Charlie King takes it to the hole. That's going to be a block. Non-shooting foul. 25, Braden Wakey with the foul. That'll be his first.
Personal foul, team number 4.
Only the fourth on them.
Eagles number 4, Tommy Holmner at number 22.
Holmner and Treat back in for the last 42 seconds. Vienna not shooting. They get it in to Holmner for a quick three. Off the back of the rim. Rebound by Berkey. Berkey gets it over to Hawkins, and immediately he says one. Hawkins brings it in across the half line. 30 seconds to go.
I'd look for Carterville to take the last shot here.
Hawkins, right elbow, 15-footer, rims out of there. King with the shot, or with the rebound. Over to Treat in the front court to Vaughn. Vaughn out of top to King. Back to Vaughn. Skip pass to Treat. He drives baseline, kicks it out to Vaughn on top to King. King thought about it. 13 seconds to go. Back to Treat. Left corner. Down to Holmner. Great. 36-35. Into the front court, they throw it away. Only 2.4 seconds to go. Treat runs over one of the cheerleaders, or Peyton runs over one of the cheerleaders.
Biddle smoked one of our cheerleaders.
Right, eventually.
2.4 for the Eagles.
King trying to get it inbounds. Looks. They get it into Treat. retreat. Races up from half court, across, throws it up, way off the mark. Vienna has come back to take the lead, 36-35 at halftime. We'll total everything up and be back for halftime stats after these messages.
Susie and Danny Joe Trevelyan, along with Joel and Judd and the families of Trevelyan Farms in Grantsburg, wish the Vienna boys and girls basketball teams good luck. Congratulations to the seniors for all your dedication and hard work. And good luck not only this season but for the rest of your lives. Once again, good luck to all the Vienna teams from Trevelyan Farms.
Hi, I'm Steve Fowler, owner of Fowler Heating and Cooling. Did you know that we are your true local solar power installer right here in Southern Illinois? Let Fowler Heating and Cooling bring you the power of the sun. Many installations require little or no money out of your pocket, and at Fowler Heating and Cooling, our name goes on everything we do, so you know you're getting the best solar power services in the area. Learn more at FowlerHeatingandCooling.com or call us today at 997-5288.
Are you saving enough to maintain your current lifestyle throughout your retirement years? Is it time to increase your retirement plan contributions? Is your asset allocation consistent with your retirement planning goals? Rodney Golson at Golson Financial Services can help you determine if it would be in your best interest to revisit your retirement planning goals. Call him today at 618-658-7008 or simply stop by the office to arrange a free, no-obligation personal consultation. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Southern Trust Bank in Vienna would like to wish Vienna Eagle boys coach Dreer and Vienna Eagle girls coach Metcalf good luck this basketball season. Southern Trust Bank is locally owned with branches in Goreville and Marion and an ATM at the Lake of Egypt. With home interest rates at record lows, call them for help lowering your monthly mortgage payment or let them assist you in buying that new house. Or talk to them if you need financing for a new auto or truck. Southern Trust Bank, 618-658-8888.
You already know H&R Block does taxes, but you may not know you can get expert help in person or virtually, or that our tax pros average 10 years of experience. You can even request the same tax pro every year, and your biggest possible refund is always guaranteed. At H&R Block, help is here. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
This is Mary Kay Harris from your locally owned H&R Block in Anna, Illinois. We're open early and late for your convenience. So whether it's day or night, we're here to help.
Larry and Ned Trevelyan of Trevelyan Brothers Construction would like to wish the Vienna Eagles boys and girls basketball teams good luck this season. Call Trevelyan Brothers Construction for a bid for any residential or commercial construction need. They also can provide landscaping for your residential or commercial projects. Trevelyan Brothers Construction is located at 1915 State Route 146 East, Vienna, Illinois. Give Ned Trevelyan a call to set up a time for a quote at 618-658-4590.
The Goddard family at Goddard's Auto Body would like to welcome the Vienna girls and boys back to the hardwood. Goddard's Auto Body provides 24-hour towing, collision repair, brakes and shocks, alignments, oil changes, and configure your car or truck with a new set of tires. Goddard's Auto Body is located at 865 Old Route 146 Loop. Call them at 618-658-3191 and see what Goddard's Auto Body can do for you. From the Goddard family at Goddard's Auto Body, good luck to the Vienna girls and boys this season. Go Eagles!
All right, we're back here at Davenport Gymnasium where it is 36 for the Vienna Eagles, 35 for the Carterville Lions. Jamie, an interesting first half. It was 21-20 after one quarter. Both teams slowed down the point production. They both scored 15 points in the second quarter. We've had 7 lead changes and 7 ties in the first half. 4 turnovers on Vienna, 6 on Carterville, and one score that we have, Goreville is losing to Meridian on their home floor, 30-14 in the first half.
Wow,
So
that's very surprising.
But you're feverishly totaling things up. It's been, Carterville had the lead virtually the entire first quarter. Vienna didn't take its first lead until 20-18. But in the second quarter, we had four ties in the first quarter and 1 lead change. We had 6 lead changes and 3 ties in the second quarter. So, foul situation, nobody's in any foul. We only had 9 fouls called in the first half.
Cato's got
3.
Yep.
But as far as the starters go, nobody's in any kind of foul trouble.
Yeah, Dayton doesn't have any. Cato's got 3. I think Tommy picked up 1.
Treat doesn't have any.
And maybe Buddy picked up 1. So that's a really good half of basketball for us. Some quick totals here. Peyton Biddle came out hot, hit his first 3 shots for Carterville. He finished the half with 9. Blake Berkey had 1 3 there in the second and had 3 points. Caden Hawkins has 4 points in the first half, Ron. Doesn't score until 1:15 to go in the half. If you would have told me today, earlier when we talked, that, hey, by the way, Hawkins is not going to score until 1:15, I'd say, okay, we're going to be up a dozen. To go in the half.
Treat's only got 1 field goal himself.
I'm getting there. I haven't got there yet. And then Lockenberger he's a monster. He's a big old boy. He should be playing for Carmi. He looks like one of the kids from Carmi the other night. He has 7 in the first quarter, 8 in the second. He's 4 for 4 from the free throw line. You can't box that kid out, or we've yet to box that kid out.
Well, what's interesting with him, he comes into this game averaging just 12 points a game, and
he's got 15.
He's been the surprise, just like Hallhumner's been the surprise for us.
I'm impressed with Lockenberger than I am Hallhumner, because I've seen what Tommy can do. That night in Goreville, he was able to put it on him pretty good. So quick. We'll give him a second here. The PA announcer is a little bit loud for us. So. All right. So our totals for our guys: Charlie King, 5 points, 5 rebounds, and a steal. He's 3 of 4 from the free throw line in the first half. Tommy Hallhumner had 11, and then he went out. He sat for a little over 5 minutes, comes back in, misses his first shot, but is able to get a great possession of offense. Eagles passed it, I think, 9 times, and then we wind up in a wide-open layup for Hallhumner. He finishes that first half with 13 and 2. Nichols has 4 points, 2 rebounds. He had a layup, and he had a contested, very tough 15-footer from the left side with about 40-ish seconds to go. And then we got Cato with 7 and a rebound. Has 3 points and 1 assist. We'll get back to that in a second. And Caden with 2 rebounds. Caden Vaughn with 2 rebounds and an assist. And then Buddy Clegg off the bench with 4 points and 2 rebounds. Just like I said, if you'd have called me today and said it, that Hawkins wasn't going to score until 1:15 to go in the half, I'd have said, well, we're up a dozen. And if you'd have called me and said, hey, by the way, Treat's not going to score but 3 points in the first half, I'd say, well, we're down a dozen. So one right now is a net positive. So
what's interesting is Owen has not gotten into the flow of this basketball game production-wise. Uncharacteristic for him, by halftime, he's usually got 5 or 6 assists.
Absolutely, yeah.
And he's usually got 6 or 8 points. And the fact that they're able to keep him down, the one thing you don't want to have happen is him start pressing. Because if he gets in the rhythm, gets the feel of the game, the flow of the game, that will bode very well for everybody on the Vienna side.
Absolutely, and like I said earlier, he needs to get to the free throw line. If he can get to the free throw line 3 or 4 times here in the third quarter and get his rhythm back, I think we've got a good chance for him to have a big second half.
And he's going to do that by driving to the hole.
Yep.
He's not going to do that standing out there and trying to hit threes.
And we know when he's going to draw attention every time he's on the floor for 84 feet. But when he drives the hole, it's automatically going to open Charlie up. It's going to open Caden up, and it's going to open Tommy up. And right now, Tommy's hot, so I'd be feeding the beast.
Well, that's one of the things that we saw against Carmi was when Owen Treat started driving to the hole. Automatically, he's going to get two people coming to him. Automatically.
Yeah.
As soon as people leave their guy, that's when he is most dangerous, and he starts passing the ball off.
Yeah, and we've talked about it time and time again. His court vision is second to none.
35-25, in the second quarter, so Goreville's coming back. They're just down 10 points. We'll see who the starters are coming out. I'm going to predict that it's going to be pretty much the same starters. Now, for some reason, Adam Vanderzilli for Carterville, he's number 30. He's a normal starter. I don't know if he's a little bit puny or what the situation is, but Braden Wakey, a 6'3 junior, he's the one who's actually started for the Carterville Lions. Tommy Holhumner, Charlie King, Dayton Nichols, Owen Treat, Caden Vaughn, the 5 Eagles on the floor. It'll be Carterville basketball. Vienna going to go from your left to right as you face your radio. Caden Hawkins, Cade Lustenberger, Peyton Biddle, Blake Berkey, and 25 is Braden Wakey back in there. What a nice pass on the low block over to Wakey, up and in, and Carterville with the lead back at 37-35 on that pass from Hawkins. Vaughn into the front court over to Treat. Treat back to Vaughn. Vaughn looks inside. Vienna's been in a little bit of a zone tonight. Carterville's been man-to-man the entire night. Treat has the ball knocked away from him. It goes out of bounds right here next to us. And everybody wants to come and help him up.
It's good sportsmanship.
Hawkins was the first person to come.
Yep.
King out to Vaughn. Biddle's on him. 7:25 to go here in the third quarter. Carterville is at the only basket in the quarter. Ball stripped away from King from behind. Into turnover. Into the front court. Lustenberger throws it over the top to Biddle. Biddle working against Vaughn. Goes right side. Gets Holhumner up in the air. Back out to Lustenberger for a long three. Rattles out. Hawkins can't control it. It comes out of there to Vaughn. Vaughn to Holhumner. Holhumner stops. Back to King. Down in the low block. Over to Treat. That's Nichols. He misses the bunny. Lustenberger with the rebound. Over to Hawkins. You don't see that very often.
I think he was surprised by how open he was when he turned around.
Hawkins working against Treat. Takes it to the rack. Puts it up. Out of there. King with the rebound. Over to Treat. Treat into the front court. Over to Vaughn. Vaughn back out to Treat. Treat to King. King into the paint. Gets fouled. And they're going to call it. Lustenberger will pick up his second foul of the game. First of the half. 6:32 to go in the third quarter. It'll be Vienna basketball under their own goal. Charlie King looking to inbound it. They're in a box. King slaps the ball, puts everything in motion. Get it in. They get into Holhumner. Back to King. King off the glass. In. Vienna back on top, 38-37. 9 lead changes in the game. Hawkins brings the ball into the front court, working against Treat. Treat, stop and go, working against him to Biddle. Biddle into the paint, kicks it back to Lustenberger. Lustenberger draws the crowd. Right side over to Biddle. They won't let him shoot. Back out to Lustenberger. Lustenberger into the paint. Stops, pops, and he'll go to the line for 2. He's 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Number 10, Dayton Nichols with the foul. That'll be his first, team first of the half. And Lustenberger has done very well at the free throw line tonight. Cade Lustenberger, a 6'5" senior forward. They list him as a forward, but he plays like a guard. First free throw is good. Our 8th tie of the game. 6:05 to go in the third quarter. Treat just walking around back here, has 2 people looking after him. Second free throw is also good. He's perfect from the line tonight. They got the lead back, our 10th lead change. Vaughn brings the ball into the front court, 6 minutes to go in the quarter. Treat with the ball out on top. Stop and go, goes right side, in the corner to Vaughn. Wide open 3, rims out of there. Rebound, pulled out of there by Berkey. Berkey over to Lustenberger, quickly into the front court for the Lions. Lustenberger into the paint, puts a shot up short. Lustenberger fights for it, and it's loose. Treat comes out there with it. Treat, 3-on-2, over to Holhumner. Holhumner, right side to Vaughn. Wide open 3 again, off the back of the rim. Tap in! Charlie King with the tap in. 40-39 into the front court. Quickly, Biddle has it. Out on top over to Lustenberger. Lustenberger with 5:18 to go in the third quarter. Out on top over to Hawkins, and they slow it up a little. Hawkins to Lustenberger. Nichols on him. Lustenberger backs it up towards center court. Picks up the dribble. Left side over to Berkey. Berkey into the paint, drives to the hole, puts a shot up, got the roll. 41-40. Lions. Treat to King. King thought about three, 15-footer on the ground. King can't come up with it. Over to Hawkins. Hawkins lays it up and dunks it. 43-40. Into the front court. Nichols gets it over to Vaughn. Vaughn hands it off with a pitch over to Treat. 4:30 to go here in the third. King goes right side to the hole. Puts a finger roll up. No good. And we're going to get a blocking foul. I couldn't see the official. It is a blocking foul.
His second personal foul.
Blake Berkey with his second foul. Second in the half on the Lions, and Charlie King can cut into this 3-point deficit. 4:26 to go in the third quarter. Charlie's free throw is good. 43-41.
Shooting one more.
He's administered the ball. Second free throw is good. 43-42. Vienna's back to 500 in the free throw category. 21, Hawkins brings it across the half line. On the right side, Treats on him. Hawkins picks it up to Biddle. Biddle drives into the paint, puts a shot up, blocked, and we're going to get a foul. The foul is on. Charlie King.
I like your analysis of that play better, Ron. I think I saw it the same way you saw it. But Mr. Knapp was closer than we were, so we'll go with him.
He is getting paid to be here. Free throw is no good. Their first miss of the night. 43-42. Wow. Second free throw is no good. Holhubner with the rebound into the front court over to Treat. Treat on the left wing out on top to Vaughn. Vaughn on the right side to King. King looks inside, drives, hands it off over to Treat. Treat to the basket. Oh, glass, no good. With the rebound, baby. Oh, glass. Oh, can't get the win. Oh, my.
That was a great rebound by Tommy. Great position, boxed out.
The foul. 25. That's his third foul on Wakey. Holhubner to the free throw line. No good. Oh, that was a brick. The last three free throws, you could lay the foundation for a house.
Couple shout-outs real quick, Ron. We got regional champion from 2005, Corey Huckleberry's up in Byron, Illinois, working tonight. He's listening to us.
43-43, our ninth tie. I'm sure Brett Thompson from Tennessee's listening.
I'm sure that he is. He just hasn't texted me yet.
Hawkins goes to the hole. Reverse layup is good. 45-43. Carterville with the lead again. Treat into the front court with the dribble. Kicks it off to Holhubner. Three! In and out. No good. He thought he had it. Westenberger with the rebound. Westenberger brings it into the front court, working against Nichols. 3:25 to go in the third. Westenberger into the paint. Left side. Over to Berkey. His three. Got it. 48-43, a 5-point lead. Carterville's biggest lead of the night has been 7. Vienna's biggest lead has been 3. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be right back.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Russ Kruger, your Vienna Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Russ Kruger is a proud sponsor of Vienna Eagles and Lady Eagles basketball. For all of your investment needs, call Russ Kruger at 618-658-2222 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Carterville has outscored Vienna 13-7 this quarter. They have a 5-point lead. Their biggest lead of the night was at 11-4 back in the first quarter when Biddle hit a couple of threes. Vienna with the ball. Vienna's biggest lead was in the second quarter, 34-31. Vaughn brings the ball into the front court to Treat. Treat is tripped, gets it over to King. His three, rims out of there. Hawkins with the rebound. Hawkins jogs it into the front court. Him and Treat were having a communication. Out on top, Biddle has it. Left side, Berkey for three. Got it again. 51-43, their largest lead of the night. Treat into the front court. Hands it off. Three-pointer by Charlie King. I couldn't see who had it. 46-51.
That's Charlie's first three of the night, Ron. Hopefully that'll get him in a rhythm.
We need both of them to get hot. Treat and King. 2:30 to go. The deeper this game gets, the more deliberate Carterville will become with the basketball. Lustenberger over to Hawkins. Back to Lustenberger. Puts it up. King has it, and he time jump ball. King got popped in the nose.
Yeah, it's going to be the Eagles' ball, Ron, but not the way we wanted it.
Yeah, but that's not the way it needed to be. Charlie got popped in the nose.
Great block there by Tommy.
Hope it's not bleeding. He's talking to the official. Goodness gracious.
Hopefully his eyes aren't watering. I think he's ready to come down and shoot another three. So
take it to the hole. Him and Lustenberger just popped each other. That's getting physical out there. Nichols got into it with Berkey. Treat is held.
Yeah.
This one against Adam Vanderzeli. That'll be his first. That's the fourth team foul on the Lions. King will inbound it under his own goal. This crowd hasn't been disappointed. King gets it into Treat. Treat double team on the baseline. Out on top to Vaughn. Vaughn back to Treat. Treat to King. On the right side, King into the paint, cut off, back to Hallhumner. Tommy hasn't hit one in a while. And we have a double dribble. He caught it on his leg, they said. That's the second turnover this quarter on Vienna. Lustenberger will inbound it to Hawkins. Hawkins into the front court to Biddle. Biddle back out to Lustenberger. Lustenberger right side over to Berkey. His three again. Got it again. He's hit three in a row. 54-46. He's got 14 points in the game. 3 straight three-pointers for Carterville. Vaughn throws it away. 7 turnovers on Vienna. And Vienna needs a defensive stop.
Yep.
What they need is a turnover. Biddle has it. Biddle into the paint. Reverse layup, no good. King with the rebound. Over to Hallhumner. Hallhumner to King into the front court. King top of the key. Right side to Treat. Treat steps inside the arc. Back to King. King into the paint. Over to Vaughn. Vaughn right side to Hallhumner to Treat. Treat stops, pops, three off the back of the rim. Rebound, fought for, comes out there to Hawkins. Front court, one. Down over to Berkey, back to Hawkins. 15-footer, no good. Rebound by Lustenberger. Stripped away from him, he gets it back. Lustenberger off the glass, short, no good. It is getting very physical out there. Lustenberger looking for a foul. King has it, right side to Treat. Treat held, no call. Vaughn into the left corner, out on top over to Treat for a long three. Back of the rim, rebound by Hawkins, he wants to run. Now he's going to slow it up into the front court with 25 seconds to go. Hawkins, 54-46 with the lead and the ball. Carterville does. Hawkins, out by center court, 15 seconds to go. Against Treat. Hawkins, 10 seconds to go. Hawkins takes it into the paint. Nichols picks up the foul. That'll be his second. Just the third on Vienna this half with 7.7 seconds to go. A non-shooting foul. It'll be Carterville basketball into their own goal. Vienna needs a couple of stops defensively. Hawkins looks to inbound it. Does to Lustenberger for three. Got it. Good gravy. 57-46. And from half court, Treat shot is no the buzzer. Carterville commanded the third quarter. We'll be right back. 57-46 Lions.
Rusty's Home Center in Anna, Vienna, and Goreville wishes all the teams in Union and Johnson counties good luck this basketball season. It's nice to see you back on the hardwood. Speaking of hardwood, go to Rusty's for all of your lumber needs for new construction or home repair. Or if you need new doors, new windows, a new roof, or you want a new kitchen, they can do it all at Rusty's Home Center in Anna, Vienna, and Goreville. Call Rusty's in Anna at 618-833-2101, in Vienna at 618-658-3761, or in Goreville at 618-995-5068. We'll all leave a legacy of memories behind, and your wishes are of the utmost concern. Whether you choose traditional burial, cremation, or mausoleum entombment, let Bailey Monument Company in Vienna assist you with the design of a custom memorial. Since 2012, they have provided a full line of cemetery monuments, markers, mausoleums, cremation memorials, and pet memorials. Bailey Monument Company, 618-658-2311, a proud sponsor of Vienna Eagles and Lady Eagles basketball.
And we're back, 57-46. Vienna was outscored 22-10 in that third quarter. And Jamie, we're going to have to turn some things around in a hurry.
Yeah, and of course, knowing Coach Hawkins, I see this fourth quarter having very limited opportunities to turn this around. They're gonna run the ball. They're gonna set a lot of picks, and they're not gonna be in a hurry to shoot it.
And as they've proven, they're a very good free throw shooting team.
Yep. And we've yet to press full court, and I think you'll probably see the press this quarter.
Biddle misses the three. Treat with the rebound. Tries to get it to Vaughn, and the ball is stolen away. 8 turnovers on the Eagles. Biddle into the front court. They were looking for that pass.
Yep.
And they're not even going to wait around. They're going straight to the delay game.
Yep.
Hawkins, 4 team fouls on Carterville, 3 on Vienna. At this moment, Lustenberger in the paint, shot up is good. And they are hitting everything they put up. 13-point lead for the Lions into the front court. Cato puts up a deuce. His foot was on the line. With the missed shot, his little turnaround's good. And Tommy hasn't had the ball to shoot in a long time. 59-48. We need a lot of those. Biddle into the front court. He goes right baseline. Puts a shot up, blocked, and we're going to get a foul. Hullhumner got him with the body. And they're going to get Caden Vaughn. Yep. He got him with the body, too.
Number 23, Caden Vaughn, his first personal foul. Team number 4.
Biddle is a very good free throw shooter. His first is good.
Peyton Biddle at the line, shooting one more. Checking in for the Eagles, number 13, Joe Winterroad.
Joe Winterroad coming in.
We're on another.
He replaces Owen.
Another former regional champion watching tonight. It would be Hannah McGinnis Wallace over in Evansville watching with her family. She was a great Lady Eagle. I believe when she retired from high school, she was our all-time leading scorer, went on to Illinois College, and did great things up there for 4 years.
Cato, 61. He made that second one, 61-48. Cato has it on the left side out to Winterroad. Winterroad out on top to Cato. Cato back to Winterroad. Stop and go dribble to Vaughn. Hullhumner posted up. Hawkins turns, spins. Hawkins will pick up the foul. He'll go to the line for 2. That's Caden's second. Tommy to the free throw line. And we desperately need every free throw we can get with the clock stopped.
We do, but we ran about 30 seconds of clock going east and west and not even going at the basket there. And that could just be inexperience with a couple of the guys, not really looking to attack. You've got Charlie and Owen.
Well, I think we're going to lose a free throw here because Winterroad stepped inside the arc.
Yep, you are right. And again, that's just inexperience. It's nothing.
That's a turnover. That's our 9th. So now Hullhumner gets 1 free throw. Tommy's free throw.
Well, I guess they didn't take it from us.
I'm not sure what happened.
I'm not either.
I know Winter Road stepped inside the arc and he was inside the free throw line area. Maybe he got a warning. I don't know. The second one is good. He missed the first, made the second. 61-49. Lustenberger.
And there's the press.
Man-to-man press. Lustenberger brings it up into the front court. Nice when you have a 6'5" guy who can dribble like he does. Biddle has it. 6:10 to go in the game. Around the top of the horn. On the right side. Backs up. Picks up the dribble. Out on top to Lustenberger. Winter Road is all over Hawkins. Into the corner. Berkey for three. Short. Hawkins. Tip up. Huber comes out there with it. Over to Nichols. Nichols to Cato. Cato is going to get that's a blocking foul on Biddle. That'll be Biddle's second foul. Cato went to the hole. Cato to the line to shoot two. Now, get in there now before they administered the ball. Cato's first free throw, no good.
Cato Constante at the line, shooting one more.
Nichols, Vaughn, Constante, Winter Road, and Hallhubner. Second free throw is good. 61-50. 11-point deficit. They get into Hawkins. Hawkins working against Winter Road. Brings it into the front court. All the way down. That'll be a blocking foul. Oh, count it and one.
It's good by Caden Hawkins. To beat the line shooting one more.
That'll be Hallhuber's second.
His second personal foul.
Hawkins now with double figures. And it's back up to a baker's dozen for the lead. They're so confident they just go on back to play defense. Hawkins takes a deep breath.
And they don't want to pick up a silly foul right here either.
And the free throw's no good. Hallhubner with the easy rebound over to Vaughn. We're down to 5:35 to go in the game. Vienna has to have some points and in a hurry. They're down 13. Cato, right side over to Winter Road. Winter Road into the paint, dumps it off to Vaughn. Little floater, fade away, no good. Lustenberger with the rebound. Lustenberger takes a couple of dribbles. Dribbles into the front court, splits a double team. Keeps Nichols behind him. And over to Hawkins. Mr. Steady with the basketball to Biddle. Biddle bounces it over to Vanderzilli. Over to Lustenberger. Oh, what a bounce pass. Count it and one. Winter Road got him with the body. And when he's able to drive like that, that's when Hawkins is really dangerous. King comes back in, Treat comes back in, Winter Road, and Nichols have a seat. Carterville's biggest lead of the game at 15, 65-50 with 5:04 to go here in this basketball game. The winner of this game gets the winner of the Breeze Central Breeze Mater Dei game. Rebound or free throws no good. Uncharacteristically missed by Hawkins. Down the Treat. They can't get it to him. He's going to be fouled by Berkey. That'll be his third.
And Owen will finally get to the line for the first time tonight.
Vienna will have a 1-1. Both teams will be in the 1-1 or more from this point forward. Yep. Owen. (49-32) Meridian over Goreville. We got our own problems here.
Yeah.
Could be tough night for the Johnson County teams. Free throw's good. He makes his first. That's just his fourth point of the night, his first of this half.
And that's his first point since he hit his first shot of the game, which was a three-pointer.
I don't know if he's ever been under 10. He hasn't been under 10 points this year.
No. And I don't think he'll finish under 10 tonight.
I certainly hope not. Owen's second free throw, way short. Rebound by Hawkins. Hawkins races into the front court. They try to double team him. He kicks it back to Lustenberger into the paint. Shot up, no good. Tip up, no good. Hohumner with another rebound, and we're going to get a foul on Vanderzilli. He got an elbow to the chin. And Tommy will go to the free throw line, shoot a 1-and-1.
Team number 8.
We really need to take advantage of these opportunities at the free throw line with the clock stopped, and right now we're just 3 of 6. In the last 6.
Out of the last 6, yeah, absolutely.
Free throw is good. This quarter, we were just 3 of 6. Yeah. Tommy makes the first. 4-4-3 left in this game. Carterville in command. Second free throw. No good. Rebound by Berkey. And we maintain our 50% for the quarter. Hawkins over to Berkey. Berkey into the paint. Kicks it back out on top to Lustenberger. He's a nice release valve, isn't he?
Yeah, big target out there.
Berkey into the paint. Over to Hawkins.
Eagles are going to have
to play chase.
They're going to have to gamble a little bit more.
4:20 to go in the game. The clock is rolled. Down to Berkey. Count it and 1.
That's good. It's good by Blake Berkey. Beat the line shooting 1 more. Fallen Eagle number 23, Caden Vaughn.
Caden Vaughn picks up his second foul. That's the 7th team foul. 67-52.
Vienna faithful aren't happy about that one behind us, Ron.
Oh, actually, I thought that was a good call. Second free throw is good. 68-52. 30-second timeout called by Coach Hawkins. We're going to keep it right here with 4:16 to go in the game. And Jamie, Vienna is in serious trouble here.
Absolutely. We're going to have to go to the basket. We're going to have to attack the rim. Owen's going to have to attack the rim because that's going to open everybody else up. They need to be intentional in the next couple possessions about maybe even trying to isolate Owen and get him to take Hawkins off the bounce and get to the free throw line.
One thing that Carterville has done exceptionally well tonight is keeping themselves between the player who has the basketball and the goal.
Absolutely.
They haven't turned sideways. They've made themselves bigger on the floor. They've spread their legs out to play defense, and fundamentally they're very sound.
It's the best fundamental game, high school game I've seen all year as far as defense goes from Carterville.
They picked a bad time to do it for our part.
Yeah.
Charlie King will inbound it to Vaughn. Vaughn races into the front court. And left side over to Charlie. And Charlie goes baseline. Yes?
Hunter Webb is in the game now for the Eagles.
Lustenberger with the rebound off the missed shot. And Vienna can't beg, buy, or steal a basket. Lustenberger over to Berkey. Berkey backs it up, 3:55 to go to Hawkins. Hawkins over to Berkey, and they will backpick you to death. To Vanderzilli, to Berkey.
They're going to have to double the ball.
They're like watching Hoosiers. Over to Biddle. 3:38. They've taken almost a minute off the clock.
Yep, they're going to have to go trap the ball, Ron, if they're going to get it back.
Double team.
Carterville did this to El Dorado on Wednesday night. They play keep away. They're very good at it.
Oh, he picks up the foul against Lustenberger, and Lustenberger is very hard to pick the ball away from because of his length, and he does a good job. He put the ball way out there. He held it out there where Treat could get it, but he had his hip that Treat had to go around. That's Owens' first foul of the game. Lustenberger hasn't missed a free throw yet. Aha, it worked. Missed the front end of a 1-and-1. 68-52. Vienna needs a whole host of points in a hurry. Treat takes it to the hole. Shot up. Doesn't get it. Treat gets it back up. Misses the buddy. Tip up by Hunter. No good. And they come out of there with it. Berkey to Lustenberger. To Vanderzilli. And ball's loose. Carterville, it's still loose. Biddle comes out there with it. Got to be kidding me. Oh my my God. They called a timeout. That is a brutal call. An absolute brutal call. They get the timeout. Unbelievable. Well, this isn't the first time we've seen that, but it's not Metropolis. Good Lord. A full timeout. We'll take a 30 and be right back. Wow.
Vienna Automotive Center is much more than just tires, brakes, and oil changes. They can also work on your exhaust systems, engine and transmission replacements, digital vehicle inspections, transmission and coolant flushes, and brake system flushes. And talk to them about their induction cleaning service, a great way to improve your vehicle's performance and gas mileage. Vienna Automotive Center, 35 Industrial Drive, Vienna. Call 618-658-1112 for an appointment. Proud sponsor of Vienna Eagles and Lady Eagles basketball.
And we're back. 2:55 to go in the game, and all you can see, Coach Dreher has his arms crossed. That was an unbelievably brutal timeout, in my opinion. On the floor right now, Vaughn has 2 fouls. Hullhumner has 2. King and Treat with 1 each. And Hunter Webb, Hunter is a 5'10 sophomore. He has no fouls. 18 fouls on both teams. Hawkins gets it into Lustenberger. Quickly back to Hawkins' hands. He's missed a couple of free throws tonight, but Hullhumner picks up the foul on Vanderzilli.
And Ron, we've got a lot of fouls to give. You're going to see this next 2 minutes and 47 seconds go really long. And honestly, the biggest guy on the floor is typically the guy you want to foul, but not tonight. He's perfect from the line. Actually, he was perfect from the line. He missed his last free throw because you jinxed him. So
this one's no good too.
That was a good foul.
We've got to get some points. Vaughn to King. King working against Hawkins. Back to Hunter. Webb into the paint. Little floater high off the glass, and Vanderzilli. Or not Lustenberger with the foul. That'll be Lustenberger's foul. That'll be his third.
And it's going to be paramount that the Eagles take it to the rim every time. If we're going to extend this next 2:35 out, and they're going to foul immediately because we're not in foul trouble. Tommy's got 3. Nobody else has more than 2. We're going to have to attack the rim, and we're going to have to knock down some free throws.
Hunter Webb makes the free throw. Puts us over 500 for this quarter. Hunter, the sophomore, is ready. And it's no good.
Trap.
Rebound.
Big on the foul. Big good on the foul.
Hawkins into the front court. They try to double team him and can't. Kicks it out on top to Lustenberger. There's a shock. Over to Berkey.
You don't want to foul either one of those guys.
Lustenberger. Offensive foul on Lustenberger. That's just the first turnover of the half. That'll be Lustenberger's 4th foul.
He thinks he's going to the line.
Hawkins is talking to one of the officials. King to Treat. Back to King. King, little floater. No good. Fight for it. Biddle picks up the loose ball. Biddle is fouled by King.
Ooh.
Now we got to be careful. That could be an intentional foul.
Yep, absolutely.
They're not calling it that way, but it could very easily be called an intentional foul. Why is that important? They get 2 free throws and the basketball.
Yep.
Biddle to the free throw line. 68-53. Vienna has not been able to capitalize on the missed free throws, and this one's missed. Wow. They've missed 3 in a row, and 2 of them with the front end of 1-and-1s. Vanderzilli comes back into the game.
And Biddle, after hitting those first 3 threes of the game run, is only 1 of 5 from the free throw line.
Second free throw is good. 69-53, a 16-point lead. Into the front court. Treat launches the 3. Way off the mark. Lustenberger with the rebound. Gets it. Hullhumner knocks it loose, but Hawkins just happened to be in the right spot at the right moment. Hawkins is fouled. I think they're going to call it on Hullhumner, and that'll be his fourth, if it is. No, they're going to get Hunter Webb.
Eagle number 11, Hunter Webb.
That's good for us. Caden Hawkins, averaging 20 points for this season, is sitting at 12 right now. And he's missed 2 free throws.
He's missed both of his free throws this quarter.
Yep, and now he hits that one. That's his first one he's hit this quarter. 70-53, and it's pretty much all over but the shouting. 1:40 to go. The question is going to be, what's the final score? Second free throw is good. 71-53, and they've inched their way up to an 18-point lead. Treat to Vaughn for 3, off the front of the rim. Rebound comes out there to Vanderzeel, and they throw it away. Oh, Hawkins saves it. Wow, what a
gadget arms.
That was a heck of a save. Kicks it out into the corner to Vanderzeel, to Lustenberger, back over to Hawkins. Out on top to Berkey, and they didn't call the foul on Treat. Over to Vanderzeel. Vanderzeel into the paint, kicks it out to Lustenberger. 1 minute to go in the game. Hawkins, and Vienna may not foul. Berkey has it. 71-53, 55 seconds to go, and it looks like Vienna's not going to foul. King, they foul him, but they don't call it. Over to Hawkins. 45 seconds to go. Back door, and over to Berkey. Doesn't take the layup. Berkey to Lustenberger, and Carterville. Timeout called by Hawkins, and he's going to get a whole bunch of people in. For 35 seconds, he's clearing the bench.
Timeout, Lions.
Full timeout. And Buddy Clay, Dayton Nichols coming back in for the Eagles.
I would say they'll probably be in for the, well, here comes the rest of them. I figured he'd at least take his seniors out there. And
He's taking all of his seniors out.
Yeah.
Peyton Biddle, Blake Berkey, Caden Hawkins, Adam Vanderzilli, and Caden Lustenberger, all seniors. We're going to have now Brandon Skelcher is a 5'11 junior. Number 3 is Brock Chastain, a 5'10 senior. Number 5 is Josh Waller, a 5'10 junior. 15 is Zan Guthrie, a 6'6 junior.
Josh Waller, number 10, Brandon Skelcher.
And who am I missing? Number 2, Maddox Crane, is a 5'9 senior. For Vienna, number 14, Jackson Etheridge, a 5'10 sophomore. Nick Johnson, a 6'5 junior. Buddy Clay, a 6'2 junior. 24 is Jacob Waters, a 6'1 sophomore. And Hunter Webb is in there. Hunter's a 5'10 sophomore, and the ball's knocked out of bounds with 30 seconds to go. Inbounding the ball is Waller for Carterville. 71-53 is the score. They get it in over to Waller. Waller back over to Skelcher. Skelcher picks up the dribble. Over to Chastain. Chastain on top over to Crane. Crane with 15 seconds to go. Out on top to Guthrie. Guthrie back over to Waller. To Skelcher. To Crane. To Waller. 3 seconds to go. Back over to Guthrie. And that's the game. 71-53, Carterville, an 18-point winner over the Vienna Eagles here tonight. We'll total everything up and be back for our last post-game show of this season. We'll be right back after these messages.
Your home is your sanctuary and your most valuable asset. Whether you live in a small apartment or a large house, your local Pekin Insurance agent has a homeowner's or renter's policy to meet your lifestyle and budget with expert claim service if the need arises. Protect your refuge today by requesting a free quote at PekinInsurance.com. In Vienna, contact Chester Lawrence at Lawrence & Bean Insurance Agency at 618-658-9121, and they'll go beyond the expected for you.
Susie and Danny Joe Trevelyan, along with Joel and Judd and the families of Trevelyan Farms in Grantsburg, wish the Vienna boys and girls basketball teams good luck. Congratulations to the seniors for all your dedication and hard work. And good luck, not only this season, but for the rest of your lives. Once again, good luck to all the Vienna teams from Trevelyan Farms.
Hi, I'm Steve Fowler, owner of Fowler Heating and Cooling. Did you know that we are your true local solar power installer right here in Southern Illinois? Let Fowler Heating and Cooling bring you the power of the sun. Many installations require little or no money out of your pocket, and at Fowler Heating and Cooling, our name goes on everything we do, so you know you're getting the best solar power services in the area. Learn more at FowlerHeatingandCooling.com or call us today at 997-5288.
Whether a college education is a distant dream you hold for a newborn child or a financial imperative staring you in the face, it's important to take swift steps to begin meeting this challenge. Next to retirement planning, paying for your children's education could be the largest expense that your family will bear. To learn more about flexible college savings programs, contact Rodney Golson at Golson Financial Services, 618-658-7008. He can help you plan today for tomorrow's college education expenses. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC.
Southern Trust Bank in Vienna would like to wish Vienna Eagle boys coach Dreer and Vienna Eagle girls coach Metcalf good luck this basketball season. Southern Trust Bank is locally owned with branches in Goreville and Marion and an ATM at the Lake of Egypt. With home interest rates at record lows, call them for help lowering your monthly mortgage payment or let them assist you in buying that new house. Or talk to them if you need financing for a new auto or truck. Southern Trust Bank, 618-658-8888.
You already know H&R Block does taxes, but you may not know you can get expert help in person or virtually, or that our tax pros average 10 years of experience. You can even request the same tax pro every year, and your biggest possible refund is always guaranteed. At H&R Block, help is here. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
This is Mary Kay Harris from your locally owned H&R Block. Every dollar counts, and you can count on us to get every credit and every deduction you deserve, with or without the office visit.
Larry and Ned Trevelyan of Trevelyan Brothers Construction would like to wish the Vienna Eagles boys and girls basketball teams good luck this season. Call Trevelyan Brothers Construction for a bid for any residential or commercial construction need. They also can provide landscaping for your residential or commercial projects. Trevelyan Brothers Construction is located at 1915 State Route 146 East, Vienna, Illinois. Give Ned Trevelyan a call to set up a time for a quote at 618-658-4590.
The Goddard family at Goddard's Auto Body would like to welcome the Vienna girls and boys back to the hardwood. Goddard's Auto Body provides 24-hour towing, collision repair, brakes and shocks, alignments, oil changes, and configure your car or truck with a new set of tires. Goddard's Auto Body is located at 865 Old Route 146 Loop. Call them at 618-658-3191 and see what Goddard's Auto Body can do for you. From the Goddard family at Goddard's Auto Body, good luck to the Vienna girls and boys this season. Go Eagles!
And we're back here at Davenport Gymnasium where the Carterville Lions knock off the Vienna Eagles in the Harrisburg Regional Championship game, 71-53 here tonight. And Carterville will advance to take on the winner of the Breeze Central Breeze Spotter Day game. Those two teams split during the course of the year, and that'll be at the Pinckneyville Sectional, and they'll play Wednesday night, March 1st. And we'll talk about some totals for the team, but Jamie, you got some individual totals here?
We're getting there. So for the Eagles, Charlie King finished with 14 points. He was 3 of 3 from the 2 and 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He also had 6 rebounds and steal. Tommy Hoibner would probably get the player of the game for us. He had 18. He was 3 of 4 from the 2 He was 3 of 5 from the 3 and finished with 4 rebounds and an assist and two blocks. Dayton Nichols finished with 4 points and a couple boards. And we had Cato finished with 7. He had 1 rebound, 1 of 2 from the line. Owen finished 1 of 2 from the line, 0 of 2 from the 2, 1 of 8 from the 3. He had 4 points and 1 assist. And Caden finished with no points, and he handled the ball, pulled some rebounds down. Buddy Clay finished with 4 points and a couple rebounds on limited minutes in the first half. Didn't get a whole lot of time there in the second half either. So that's what the Eagles did. Carterville was a different story. We scored their average and they scored our average tonight.
Yeah.
So Peyton Biddle, he had 9 in the first half and finished with 11 for the game. Blake Berkey had 3 in the first half and finished with 17 for the game.
He tore it up in that third quarter.
He went off. He had a ton of threes. And Meridian is up 61-45 with 4:50 to go on Goreville at Goreville. So Caden Hawkins, again, had 4 points in the first half. Didn't score till a minute 15 to go in the first half. And he finished with 13 points. And they go as he goes. The old adage is you cut the head off the snake and the body dies. And we were unable to cut the head off that snake. He is probably the toughest competitor that we've seen all year long. He handles the ball just like an Isaac Hossman, but he's a full-grown man. He flushed one there in the first half, and he may not be as good a shooter as his dad was, but he is probably a better athlete, and Coach probably wouldn't disagree with that. And Cade Lustenberger was, I had only seen Carterville play the one time that we beat him at El Dorado, and he had 15 in the first half and finished with 22. So, I looked, you said he was averaging 12 and a half. He finishes with 22. Hawkins finishes with 13. He's averaging 20. Blake Berkey finishes with 17, and he's averaging 11. So
Peyton Biddle hit his average. Here's the two big shockers here. Berkey, averaging just 7 points a game, hits 17. And Lustenberger, averaging 12 points a game, 12 and a half, hits 22.
Yeah.
Those were two big differences here. And they put 4 people in the double figures here today.
Yeah.
They didn't have much scoring off the bench. Wakey just had a couple of baskets. But in the second half, they made 6 turnovers in the first half. 1 turnover was all they had in the second half. Vienna finished the game with 10 turnovers. Not bad. Vienna,
good defense as
what did we shoot?
It really wasn't bad.
What was our free throws? How did we do with free throws?
Free throws, we were
not good in the fourth quarter at all.
Now,
while you're looking at that, Meridian is handling Goreville 65-51 with about 3 minutes to go in the game at Goreville.
Not a good night for Johnson County.
No. I was expecting big things out of the two Johnson County teams here tonight.
So we were 10 of 18, Ron. That's 56%, which is well below our season average.
For the season, we were shooting 75%. So,
yeah.
And then in the fourth quarter, when we're trying to come back, we only did 50%.
Yeah.
From the free throw line in the fourth quarter when we're trying to come back. We had opportunities to cut into the lead, but couldn't because of that.
Yeah.
But it's a good season. Here's some interesting things.
It's a great season. It's a great season. 29-4.
29-4.
School record for wins.
School record for wins. For the three-pointers for the team, shattered that record. 234 three-pointers. Owen Treat wound up with 68 three-pointers. Charlie King wound up with 64, both breaking the previous
record of 60, which was Garrett
by Garrett Davis.
Yep.
And we didn't pull off the feat of becoming the 7th team to win a regional title at Vienna High School. 6 is the record, 37-38. Ted Crenshaw was 22-6. 42-43. Glenn Jones' team was 19-4. 1974-75. Jim Wilson's team was 24-3. 75-76. Jim Wilson was 18-11. 2004-2005, Rick Metcalf was 19-11, and in 2006-2007, Rick Metcalf's team was 24-7. Those are the 6 regional titles that we have, and it was the 04-05 team that, or was it the 05-06 was when we lost to Mount Carmel.
No.
Was it 05?
No, 05 we lost to West Frankfort in the sectional at Norris City. That was my senior year. And then 06 we lost. 05-06 we lost to West Frankfort in the regional final at Crab Orchard. The next year is when we make it all the way to the sectional championship and lose to Mount Carmel at McLeansboro.
That was the only time Vienna's ever made it to the sectional championship. Yep. And I remember that game. I remember the end of it. We lost 51-50. We had 2 great opportunities in the last waning seconds of the game, and they just wouldn't go in.
Yep. I don't remember his name, but Mount Carmel had a kid that had he actually reminded me a lot of Caden Hawkins, had an uncanny ability to drive to the basket, absorb the contact, and he wasn't a big kid, but finish. And that team was very tough. So it's been some great memories. My memories in this gym, I said the other night, weren't the greatest, but the way they played Wednesday night helped to improve that a little bit. And Carterville they were just a little bit better than we were tonight. Executed a little bit more, played some great defense. They've got a great group of kids. They've, like I said before, playing in the toughest basketball conference in Southern Illinois, and they went undefeated. They beat Pinckneyville twice. They beat Nashville twice. They get to go on and play the winner of Mater Dei versus Breeze Central. And Mater Dei, while they don't have as good a record, Breeze Central's got a great record. They're 25-4 or 20, something like that. Mater Dei's a little bit above 500, but they play all those Metro East schools. And of course, you always look ahead as a spectator, and Nashville had beaten both of those teams. Carterville had beaten Nashville. I thought, hey, if we can slip by Carterville again, we've got a good chance to win that first round of the sectional. I was doing all that homework earlier today and last night, kind of looking at that stuff, but just wasn't meant to be. The kids played hard. It's a long season. 33 games is a lot of games. You look back in the past, they used to only play about 25 games in a year. So
the Coach Dreer's joined us here. We'll talk for a couple of minutes. Ross Hill gave me some information about that game you were talking about, where we lost 51-50 we were outscored 10-8 in the fourth quarter by Mount Carmel, and we'll talk about that here when we get done talking with Coach Dreer. But Coach, tough game tonight. It was a great season, but not the way the sting will take a little time to get off. But when you look back and you have your team banquet, this has been a tremendous season. It just isn't finishing the way we wanted it to.
They rarely do, Ron. That's the reality. They end with a thud. That's for all but one team in each class. They end with a thud. So it's tough because we didn't play our best game tonight, and we panicked a little bit, and they played exceptionally well. That's by far the best I've seen them look.
Me too, and I've seen Carterville play quite a bit this year. This is by far the best that they've played all year. But that's what it takes.
Yep.
To survive and advance.
Sure does.
At this time of the season. It was an interesting game. Let me find my sheet here real quick. as we had, here we go. We had, in the first half, especially in the second quarter, we had 3 ties and 1 lead change in the first quarter. We had 4 lead changes and 3 ties in the second quarter, and we had the lead 36-35 with you had a good feeling we were in the game. Our foul situation was in great shape, and we had withstood their initial onslaught and came back to take the lead. But that third quarter was absolutely disastrous, and uncharacteristically for us, we only hit 17 points in the fourth quarter, or in the second half combined. We usually score 17 to 20 points a quarter.
Well, like one of my assistants said in the locker room, we were trying to shoot 9-pointers every time down, and we did not have the poise to come back gradually with defensive stops, and so we gambled more, got ourselves into deeper water, and they make you pay.
They really do, and they're a very good basketball team. When they get the lead, I knew as they got the lead, we were going to be in serious trouble come the fourth quarter, because they're very deliberate. They shot uncharacteristically for them. They didn't do very well in the fourth quarter from the free throw line, but neither did we. We only were 500 in the 50% in the fourth quarter.
I think that's just symptomatic of what was going on with this. We normally are a very, very good free throw shooting team, and we weren't hitting those, and we just had our heads down a little bit, worried about it, and saw the season slipping away, and we haven't been behind very much. So that's one thing that David Hill and I have done, is we've already toughened the schedule considerably for next year, and I think that's something we need to do, so that we're used to playing teams like this,
more consistently.
Yeah.
Well, Finn, end on a good note. I mean, it's a tough night to lose, but this team's accomplished a lot of great things this season.
You're right.
We finished 29-4. Most teams, for any team, boys or girls, at Vienna High School. We had the most 3-pointers. We only hit 5 tonight, or 6 tonight, but we had 234 as a team, which is a new record. We had 2 kids that went over that broke the 3-point record. Treat finished the season with 68. King had 64, and Garrett Davis, he had the record for quite a while in the 2004-2005 season. He hit 60, and some really good growth from the kids. We have we're going to lose 2 seniors, and we'll talk about them here in just a minute. But when you look at the stable that we have coming back for next year, the opportunities are there if they continue to work and grow over the summertime going into next year. Next year could really be an outstanding year and a special season also.
Right, and that's when we'll really find out who we've got, because that's not easy. I told them, here I am talking to you 3 minutes after our dreams just got crushed, and yet I'm telling you, I'm going to give you about 1 week, and then we're going to pick up and go again. We're going to start getting stronger. We've got to do that. I think that was evident tonight. I think we've got to set our goals really high for next year, and begin to work toward them. There's no time like the present, and that's the way we have to view this. I appreciate everything that they've done. I'm very, very, very proud of them, but I think we've got more to accomplish.
Absolutely, and if the stable wasn't in good shape, I mean, you look at Tommy Hallhumner tonight, came in and was the leading scorer with 18 points for the Eagles here tonight, just a junior. We've got a good mix of juniors, some sophomores, freshmen that can come up, and we've got a nice stable of 8th graders and 7th graders that are coming down the pike. So, you've got a good nucleus of kids to work with. Now it depends on how much commitment, quite frankly, they're going to have to put into the off season. That's when seasons are won and lost, is in the off season, believe it or not.
Certainly is. Yeah, this year's seniors, although we only had 2, set the bar extremely high. And they showed great leadership. They showed, very good poise. They adjusted, learned, got better. They played together. They sacrificed for each other. So, I think a lot of that is kudos to them for what they've accomplished and what they've done for us in the program. And now these next guys, these juniors, have to pick up the gauntlet and take it from there. And that's the way it is every year. There's always another year, and you've got to keep marching on. The progress is, if you're not moving forward, you're moving backward. So we're not going to be satisfied with 29-4. We're going to look for at least 30. So I think they know me well enough to know that, and I think I know them well enough to expect that.
Let's talk just for a second. Let's start with Caden Vaughn as a senior. He's been with the program for 4 years, and a very good ball handler, but steady is what I would say about him in a word.
Yeah, he's probably sacrificed as much as anybody. He did not shoot the ball well tonight. He has been shooting really well. But what I appreciated is he didn't quit shooting. In the past, he's always quit shooting. He has deferred to everybody else. But tonight, he knew those were open shots, and I told him, you're selfish if you don't take them. You've got to shoot it when we've worked the ball to get it to you. When you're the open guy, you've got to do it. And he stepped up and took those tough shots. He was willing to be the GOAT, see, in order to help his team. And that's a big thing. So he's an intelligent player. Both those guys are really smart. And it makes my job very easy. So I think defensively we'll miss him a lot because of his ball pressure, and he chases the ball down from behind. He does all the little things, dives on the floor, takes charges. So he brings a lot to the table, and we'll miss him greatly.
He's good at getting rebounds, too.
Yeah.
For being a little guy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think he believes the hype that on the introductions where they always say he's 6'1", which he could stand on a chair and he wouldn't be 6'1".
He's one of the few people that I'm actually taller than.
Yeah, he's not. He might be 5'9".
And I'll tell you what, a kid that has just blossomed this year. I can't say enough words about the development and the commitment that Charlie King has put into himself and this program. From last year to this year, I would have to say he's probably the most improved Eagle that's on the floor.
Yeah. Well, he put in a lot of work. I mean, I try not to be very hard to understand about what the next steps are for each of these young men, and he took it and ran with it this year. He said, I told him, I said, this year, last year, do you want to be mediocre or do you want to be great? And he chose to be great, and he was. He's probably going to be the all-time leading free throw percentage shooter. He's he along with Owen broke the single game, three-point shooting. He's right at 1,000 points. Didn't quite make it, but came close.
I had him with his points tonight. I think he had. Charlie had 5 points here tonight. He finished with 511 for this year and 917, just short of 1,000 for his career. And free throw shooting wise, Charlie was 5 of 6 from the free throw line here tonight, and
he missed a handful down the stretch here, or he would have been in our first 90% shooter.
Yeah, so he's going to finish somewhere in the vicinity of 88% from the free throw line.
That's amazing. That's a tremendous shooting percentage. So he's had a lot of accomplishments as well, and he deserves all of them. I think you'll see both those guys in college. I think Caden probably more likely in baseball, but he could actually play basketball at a small college if he wanted to. So he does all the little things well enough that there's always room for somebody that sacrifices and plays super hard. And we'll miss them.
And they're going to be two tough kids to replace, but it'll be fun. Seriously, I'm already looking forward to seeing what kind of development we have. To see the development that we had from some of the kids that we have this year. Buddy Clay, you don't see him a lot. Nick Johnson, but he's really improved tremendously over the season. Jacob Waters, arguably the best jumper we have on the team. Hunter Webb has really improved his outside shot, and the JV, I mean, doggone, they were 19-1. So, that's got to put a smile on your face.
Sure.
Knowing that those kids knew what to do, knew how to win, and did during the course of the year. Their only blemish was to Goreville, and they finished. They were 11-1 in the conference, 19-1 overall, and you've got a lot of good kids down there that I think can step up and see some real serious opportunity for who's going to be a starter next year.
Well, what I'll do, and this is from top to bottom of the program, all the incoming freshmen to be, and all the returning kids, I'll sit down individually with each one and go over exactly what we need as a team and how they can fit into that puzzle, and tell them exactly how they can get there. And then those are just the seeds, and then if they sprinkle them and germinate, then we reap the benefits. So that's how it works. But we'll have a full summer again. We're going to host a team camp. We're going to go to several. We will work probably this year, because we're only replacing a couple kids. We may not play quite as many games and practice a little bit more than we did last summer, because we just needed some game experience, and those guys last year that are like our sophomores this year got a lot of experience and got ready to play. So it's a process, and this is going to be tough for a few days. I don't. There's just no good way. I've done this for years, and this is a day that you always dread, and you feel empty. But the kids are gonna, persevere, and we're gonna be better.
They really will, and it's, it'll be, I know it sounds a little bit redundant, but one thing that, Coach, that I think you do a great job with is you get the most out of the kids, and what I think is really important for the future of the program is the work that you do with the feeder schools, the coaches. You go to each of the schools, you know the kids already in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. You've watched them play personally, and that's really, when you take a look at what we've got now and what's coming up through the ranks, and instilling a want that they want to come to the high school and they want to mesh and gel together, and taking kids from Cypress and New Simpson Hill and Vienna grade school and putting everybody together and having that same want that let's do the best.
Well, hopefully we are creating kind of a groundswell of energy and excitement that like you said will help us in the future. And it gets my first year, there were several kids in the school that were plenty good enough. They could have started for us. They weren't playing. Now, see, we're trimming that back every year. We're getting the kids involved. We've got, I think, very sound, good coaching at the lower levels now, and it's getting better all the time. We're starting to see more and more people develop the kids before they get to middle school, which I think we need to do. We need to have our playing style and fundamentals, skill development, already in the bag before. I mean, that sure every coach wants that because that'd make my job so much easier. But I think every great program does that.
Something I don't understand is in the 7th and 8th grade, how in the world, do you have a stretching machine somewhere? But how do you get so many kids in the 7th and 8th grade already over 6 foot tall? I don't know how you pull that one off.
Well, I didn't have anything to do with that for sure. But since I don't guess now, I'm shrinking probably now.
I know
but I haven't coached anybody taller than me. And I would love that opportunity.
Really?
Yeah, I would absolutely love that. To have one of those 6'11" or 7 foot guys that I've heard about here for years and years.
But I'm sure we can find a prison job for him. Your dad, anyway.
Yeah.
But you want to talk about this for a second?
Sure. Yeah.
Coach Ron Fellowweller, he brought a basketball camp that they're having at the Vienna Grade School for June 5th through the 8th. And it's for 3rd and 4th grades, 5th and 6th grades, 7th and 8th grades, doing exactly what you were talking about. Learning how to pass, to shoot, to pivot, the techniques of shooting, dribbling, loose ball drills, drum dribbling, squaring up to the basket drills, getting up, chasing loose balls. There is an art to chasing loose balls and diving on the floor without getting those nasty floor burns. 10-second shooting drills, layup competitions, and proper stretching techniques so that you don't pull a hammy. Because and then doing speed drills, and Full and Wider is going to be doing that. Also, Cameron Wright, and I've known Cameron for many, many years. He was originally from Anna, and is a game over.
Meridian wins by 12.
Meridian won by 12. So they were up by 18. But Cameron was an Olympic jumper for the United States, representing the United States when the Atlanta Olympics. And from Southern Illinois, he's originally from Anna. Went to high school in Marion, and for the track opportunities that they presented, but he was a heck of a basketball player also.
Yes.
So it'll be nice, and that's just what you're talking about for the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th of June, getting those younger kids all the way down to 3rd and 4th grade, learning what they need to do, teaching the proper fundamentals so that they can take that knowledge home and work on it.
Right. And Ron, I've never done anything like this before, but I want to bring up something else tonight. These kids have sacrificed and worked so hard, and each year in the summer I take them on a trip, and we fund that trip with the sale of discount cards. And those discount cards, we've been. I did something.
I got one.
Yeah, I did something a little wrong this time, and I gave them to them during the season, which was not a good idea. I just thought the momentum was so good that it would be a good thing. But we need help trying to have the faithful Vienna fans reach deep and help us, because I want to do something special for this historic team.
Okay.
And I need help with that money-wise.
Okay. If somebody wants to help and or buy cards, because they can do either one, how do they go about doing that?
All they have to do is they can text me, they can call, they can call the school. We will make sure a representative gets to them immediately.
Because I'm sure that there will be. I don't know how many people are listening right now, but I know we had a whole bunch of people listening during the course of the game, and I'm sure that
should have told you that early.
No, that would be great, and it doesn't have to be. It can be just a contribution. It doesn't have to be just for the gift card.
Well, right. I mean, truthfully, most people don't buy that for the discounts that are on the card. I mean, they're just trying to help, and we appreciate that greatly. But I would like to take these kids somewhere really special. I've got a plan, but I'm gonna need
some help.
Some help. Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
We'll put that word out there.
Thank you so much,
Coach. Congratulations on a very nice season. I know it's going to sting for a few days, but when everybody has a chance to look back on what this season has accomplished, everybody's going to have. Most people will have a very good feeling about this team and this season, because it was a special, fun time.
Yeah.
It really was.
Well, you know what? They're a very good basketball team, but they're better young men. They really are.
Well, that's really important, because you don't see them. None of them are on the front page of the paper for doing bad things.
No.
And that's usually the reason people make the front page. But it's been a lot of fun. I've had, just for the boys and the girls too, because we've had Summer Dauber shattering the single season record with 3-pointers. They're a really young team too. But they only had one senior on the girls team this year. So both boys and girls basketball teams coming back for next year have a tremendous nucleus with which to work with.
Well, I think you can go further than that. I think everything is on the upswing. I think, and I don't mean just in basketball. I mean school-wide. I think it's the best school I've ever attended or worked at. I think our sports programs are getting better, and they're going to continue to get better. I think you'll see. I think baseball is going to be strong this year. Softball, track, cross country. So I'm really looking forward to the future, because even though I'm a historian by trade, I guess, I don't really want to look back right now.
Well, one thing I'd like to say is people really do not know. I know David Hill's not here tonight because he was refereeing the regional championship game. I'm not exactly sure where he was at, but I know he was doing a regional championship game refereeing.
At Pinckneyville.
Was he at Pinckneyville? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, but if people really saw the work that he does behind the scenes, as an athletic director, and
Absolutely.
He's also the head baseball coach, and he teaches. He wears a lot of hats, and trust me, I have worked with a lot of schools, and had the opportunity to see a lot of athletic directors. And I'm not saying this just because I'm talking to a group of people with Vienna, but David Hill is one of the very best athletic directors I've ever had a chance to work with and know, and I understand personally, because of all of this, how important that really is. And him and Josh Stafford have helped open up a lot of doors.
Sure.
And we have a tremendous leadership team at Vienna High School right now.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, the only one you left out really there was John, Giffen. He does a remarkable job. He's always
He's always around.
Supportive.
But I don't deal with him on a one-on-one. But I see him at the games, but I don't personally have a one-on-one working relationship with him.
Right. Well, everything else you said, I certainly echo. I think it's a great team there, and I'm very, very blessed to be there.
And I've said this many times, but with Josh Stafford helping to open the doors for doing all of the production stuff that we do, Tori Belt is an absolute godsend for her knowledge that she has of putting all this stuff together, because I know just enough to be dangerous. Trust me. Me dealing with this stuff, they had to teach a dinosaur how to put all this stuff together. But with Landon Webb and Jacelyn Rodemaker and Tori Belt and the other kids, Charlie King, Nick Johnson, help out with that stuff. It's really been a blessing to, and Vienna, folks, you don't know how blessed you are, because we are the only school in Southern Illinois that does the broadcasting the way that we do at a high school level is tremendous.
Yeah.
Home and away.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, I pushed hard for that, because I wanted to. I thought it didn't make sense to not call the games on the road. That's when people have the most trouble being there. So, you served as a big outreach. All I didn't know until recently. I've got a former player who's in really, really bad shape, and all the kids on his team have been calling me and telling me what's going on, and they listen up in South Dakota, and I didn't know that all my brothers. I knew some of them were listening, but we really probably doubled your audience with my family. So we got a lot of guys. So
well, I know tonight we had people literally from all over the country watching, and that's cool. And as an alumnus of Vienna High School too, back when Fred Flintstone was a kid, but it's a lot of fun, and I take a lot of pride in doing this, and it's been a hoot. You sincerely enjoyed it. Thank you.
Great job.
Well, Coach, thanks for coming over and talking to us. I know this probably wasn't the most looked for conversation you were wanting to have here tonight.
I was hoping to have a different kind of conversation for you, but they'll be a great representative. I thought they played exceptionally well, and I think they'll continue that. So, if we have to lose, they're a class act, and I'm very happy for them.
I know 3 of the kids on that team very personally, and they really are off and on the floor. But tonight's been a tough night for the Johnson County schools. Goreville loses by 12, and we lose by 18. So both teams will be looking for next year.
That's right.
Baseball, I guess, starts Monday, huh?
That's it. That's it. Well, we've actually still got a freshman sophomore tournament that's going on at Murfreesboro, and so we'll be in that at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Wow. And
then we'll play, I think it's Tuesday and Thursday, and then Saturday again. So
well, good luck.
And that'll be the last school ball for till school's out. So
till summer work starts.
Right. Exactly.
Coach, so very seriously, congratulations. It really was a fantastic season, 29-4, and it's just been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed being there for every game this year.
Yeah, well, I have too. I've enjoyed some of them more than others.
I understood. But there's 4 games that I'd like to have a different result.
Yeah. but seriously, this was something that if the kids had not believed, we couldn't have got this far. So I'm very proud of them. It's unfortunately it's kind of a step-by-step process. Last year we won our first postseason game in a long time, and then this year we got a seeded game and won that. So we've gotten to the finals. Next year we've got to take a couple more steps.
Well, and you know what? It's the if there wasn't high expectations, it wouldn't have hurt tonight.
Yeah.
And that means a lot because you've come a long way in a short period of time to have the expectation as high as it was coming into tonight, and you saw it. We had many more people here tonight.
Yeah. Oh, I was very, very grateful for all the faithful that came out tonight, and they've been supportive. They've been increasingly coming all season. They've just kind of adopted us, and it's really been very, very, very good. The kids deserve it, and I appreciate all the fans that sacrificed and gave up their time and their money to come up here and watch us.
Well, I want to say the final thing here is if you get a hold of Josh Stafford, get a hold of you, and if anybody would like to help with funding the end of the season for the kids, please do.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. I appreciate any help you can give us.
All right, Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ron.
Head Coach Steve Dreer, and we'll get Mr. Curley back over here for some final thoughts here this evening. And Coach Dreer, we were talking a lot of different things, but he reiterated that tough night, but he's already looking forward to next year.
Oh, I think he's got to be. The success that the junior highs have had, the success that his JV team, they went undefeated, correct?
19-1.
19-1.
They lost to Goreville.
That's right. That's right.
They had one conference lost, and they went 19-1.
Yeah.
And we talked about individually how they've improved.
I think Landon said we're running out of time.
Yeah,
here, but
Landon's. We're almost dead.
We're almost out of battery. Yep. So totally. He's got every reason to be excited. They're going to have two gaping holes on this varsity roster, and I have the utmost respect for Caden Vaughn as a point guard, and for Charlie King. And I told Charlie the way he's developed, he is 100% better. And he was a nice addition last year as a junior, but he was 100% better this year. He physically matured, his game matured. He could take you inside, he could take you outside. He grew an inch or so. He can shoot over the top of you. And I told him, I said, some college is going to take a chance on you. I said, you're not done playing basketball. And I said, look, I said, you don't even shave. Or I said, you don't even have any facial hair. He said, yeah, I shave once every 3 months. And I'm thinking, wow. Oh, my goodness.
Well, and he finished with 511 points this season, 917 for his career.
Yeah. I mean, he was right on the threshold there. And you got to think these kids have all lost a half a season. You know, they all had the COVID year where they got 12 games. So if Charlie plays a full career, just like Addison Ben on the girls' side, played 3 years for me, and then I left, and that was the COVID season. My first year gone, they had 12 games. And Addison was hurt the last 12 games of her senior year and scored 980-something points. So I got to petition Ross Hill to get Addison's name and maybe Charlie's name up on the board with an asterisk by it and say COVID. We make COVID excuses for everything else, so maybe we can get some love for those guys. So Charlie had a great season. Caden was one of our best rebounders all year long, and the shortest guy on the team, listed at 6'1", minus a little bit. But he was one of the best rebounders all year long. So those are two huge holes. I see Jacob Waters. I see Hunter. Webb filling some big gaps for him next year. Job come in and got some nice minutes here and there throughout the season. Coach has every reason to be positive about next year. He's got some good junior high kids coming up. New Simpson Hill had a great team. I look for Silas to come in and maybe even have a chance. He's a great ball handler, Silas Gruder, as he could come in and maybe fill some varsity minutes just because he's such a good ball handler and take some pressure off of Owen. It's a little bit easier to score if you don't have to bring the ball up the court every time. I'm excited for next year. I'm heartbroken for these guys. Just between me and you, Ron, and the 12 people that are still listening, I can't stay in this gym.
I've heard that.
Oh my gosh! Well, Brett Thompson texted me earlier. He can't stay in this gym. I can't stay in this gym. I'm going to petition IHSA that Harrisburg doesn't get to host any regionals as long as we're in them. And I did get word that maybe Carterville might be going up.
Carterville is going up. They're going to 3A for the next 2 years.
Well, they're going to 3A permanently because that town has blown up. So that's nice. For us, I think since we went to this 4-class system, we have had really not as much success as we had before. Prior to that split's been great for small schools, but we're a medium small school. You look at a district like Goreville that is just, they've quadrupled their previous postseason success since the class system, and it's been great for those schools. But that threshold right there, where we're sitting at 370, 380, and they're over there around 800 kids, that's a difference maker. So hopefully they can get that straightened out, and I know Coach will have them in the gym all summer. I know a lot of those guys are playing AAU ball. I think Hunter Webb's going to be itching to be playing Owen every day this summer. I think the two of those guys are probably going to play pickup ball every day and just push each other, and I think this team's got a really